Blu-ray comes out on Tuesday. I have the Steelbook
really?
version.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the Steelbook ordered from Amazon. Actually, you know what? Let me see here. I don't think it comes with a digital code.
Okay.
If it does, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
But I
have the Castle of Cagliostro 4K UHD.
Oh, nice.
Pre-ordered.
Nice.
That'll only be the 6th version of that movie that I bought.
You know what? It's worth it.
It is worth it.
Cagliostro is just that good.
Castle of Cagliostro is fantastic.
In all honesty, Lupin the Third, the First, which is the CG one, it feels very Cagliostro in its tone. Okay. Yeah. I'm not seeing anything on the page here. I don't think it comes with a digital code. So
that's all right.
Sorry, but I mean it's got the they brought back the Tony Oliver voice cast to do cool. the dub for this one. It's really quite good.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, Tony Oliver wasn't. He was Jigen, wasn't he? Or no, he was not Lupin. No. No, what? Bob Bergen was Lupin.
Dear God, can we start this?
Not in this particular run.
Oh, I guess you're right. You're right. Bob Bergen was the Streamline Lupin.
Yeah. Tony Oliver was the one on like Adult Swim.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Pioneer.
Yes.
Dub. All right. Hey.
Yes.
It's the after show.
Oh,
everybody.
My goodness.
Imagine that.
Slot. There it is again.
You can't not do that after I go into that.
Yo, Sly, we gotta get in there.
And do what? Oh,
Carmela Fox is gonna track. Carmela, is that her name? The Fox? The
Carmelita.
Fox? Carmelita Fox is gonna track us down, Sly. we gotta steal the rare artifact that we're
Exactly. All right, so we're doing a review game this week.
Yeah.
Listeners, send in your Jeopardy games. We're all dried up. The well has dried up.
That's gross, man.
Of listener games. So send yours today or whenever you want. But this week we're doing January 1996 Die Hard Game Fan. It's a review game. That means I read out the text of some of these reviews that are in the magazine, and I block out the names of publishers or other games or the game itself. And these guys have to guess what game is being described.
These are always interesting.
These are always interesting.
Yeah.
This one may be especially a fun one because this, of course, is at really that height period of Die Hard Game Fan of where they were really high on themselves.
So issue 3?
Issue 3? Yeah. I mean, that's what video game magazines were back in the day, right? I mean, right?
No?
Yeah. Okay. But let's, we're going to have Greg go first. Phil go second. We're starting off with the PlayStation 1 game.
Oh, for Greg. Okay. And this is January 96?
January 1996.
Okay.
Which, remember, it would probably be on the stands in like December or whatever.
Right.
Okay. PlayStation 1. Blank gets a lot from its new rendered graphics. In fact, it looks almost too good to be true, probably because it is. Payment for the visual bliss comes in the form of intermittent frame rate slowage. Additionally, the music, which was the best thing about Blank, has been changed. The new tunes, though at times painful, are for the most part good. But why the change? Finally, the difficulty is still cranked up to nearly impossible. Blank's only real drawback. Still, this is a great and visually blazing ISO shooter Die Hard shooter fans should not miss.
ISO shooter. Oh my God.
A lot of words.
That is a lot of words.
Rendered look to it, did they say?
Yeah, the rendered look to it.
It's a lot from its new rendered graphics.
Rendered graphics.
But see, I don't know if that means that something's been re-rendered in 3D or if it's like one of those pre-rendered,
like a Donkey Kong Country kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was the style at the time.
Great visually blazing ISO shooter. Die-hard shooter fans should not miss.
Soviet Strike?
Is that your answer?
Yes.
I'm just wondering. That's your answer?
Yeah.
Sorry, no.
I'm trying to remember the actual name because there was a Viewpoint game for PS1 that I think they did fiddle with the graphics with it. But I can't remember if it was just called Viewpoint or if they changed it to like Viewpoint 3D or something. I'm just going to say Viewpoint.
Wow, it is, in fact, Viewpoint.
Wow.
Was the name just Viewpoint?
Just Viewpoint.
Okay.
Although it's Game Fan, they said just Viewpoint. It may not actually be just Viewpoint.
I wonder.
I'm gonna look up here. Viewpoint PS1 because it was a long box game.
I thought it was Viewpoint 3000 or something. No, it just says Viewpoint.
No, just Viewpoint.
Just Viewpoint.
Nice.
Just Viewpoint.
Yeah, it was a long box game, and that's why I was trying to think. Like, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
All right, Phil.
Yes.
This one is for PlayStation 1.
Another PS1 game.
Yeah. One of my favorite games of 95. Blank marks a new chapter in the evolving gaming world. Looking past the violent theme and mind-bending graphics, complete with light sourcing from the heavens, you'll find an amazingly playable game that sucks you into its dark world, similar to the first time you played Blank.
Easy. I hate you.
I think the lighting.
Yeah.
The lighting I think gave it away. Yeah. Is it loaded?
Hold on.
It's loaded.
Let me continue reading.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, I thought you were done.
No, pure addiction with a side of blazing sound, on the fly zoom, and crazy freaks. And I want my mama.
Oh my God.
Capital M mama. An absolute prerequisite for the PlayStation.
90s video game reviews, man. 90s video game. Crazy. Blazing sound. I want my mama. Like you're writing the ad copy there. That's loaded, right?
I'd like to see a review on.
Yeah, loaded. Yeah, it was loaded.
I'd like to see a review on Vice where they're like crazy freaks. Yeah, not happening. Yes, it is loaded.
Yeah.
I love looking back at that game now because like you look at it now and you think, how did that ever? Because that was huge.
Oh yeah.
Everybody played that game.
Yeah. I didn't like it. I borrowed it from Babbage's and was like,
it's okay.
This is a game.
How crazy is that though? Like as soon as CJ mentioned this game has crazy lighting effects, Greg and I just both went, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
I know what it is.
It's loaded.
Yeah.
Because that's what that game was. That it was like
lighting effects.
Yeah.
And lots of blood.
Lighting affects the game and lots of blood. And crazy freaks.
Yeah.
Crazy freaks. All right. Phil, you're currently winning 2-0.
2-0.
2-0. Greg. That was only the first round. That was only the first round.
Yeah.
It's not looking good tonight.
Greg, this one might be up your alley though, because it's for Saturn. 3 near perfect translations in 1 month. Blank is definitely making up for lost time in a big way. Blank is a lot of fun, and the arcade version is well represented in this translation. The only drawbacks are its simplistic and repetitive nature and the exorbitant cost of the game, plus 2 guns. If you can afford it, though, this is the ultimate stress reliever.
This is early or January 96.
January 96.
Yes.
So I'm going to assume this is Virtua Cop.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is correct. It is Virtua Cop.
What were the other two they were talking about?
Yeah.
Virtua Fighter and...
I can't reveal it because they may also be reviewed in this issue. So I'm not going to reveal those titles. And I encourage you not to look them up because we'll be doing those next week. Maybe. Phil.
Yes.
This one is for PlayStation.
Okay. I'm just going to say the Saturn version of Virtual Cop was really fun.
That's awesome.
It was really
It is
great.
one of the reasons why I'm so excited I have a CRT downstairs now. Like I can't wait to have everything hooked up and play that again.
Yeah.
My roommates and I played that and Virtua Cop 2 so much.
They were so good. They were so good on that system. Holy crap. Okay. So PS1 game? PS1.
I cannot stress enough how much this version annihilates all versions to date. Blank has hyper cool, blank-ish moody music, amazing visual effects, seamless scaling, more levels than any version, perfect control. I could go on forever. The game is so good, even the creator of Blank himself says this is the best version. I liked this game so much, I spent my hard-earned cash on a copy of PlayStation Blank without hesitation. I recommend that you do so as well.
I'm guessing it's Doom.
It's gotta be.
It is Doom.
And Doom on PS1 was fantastic. It was a very good version.
It even used the link cable.
I did that. I actually I think it was my pal Jim brought over to my house. He had a small TV and he hauled that over with his PS1 and we hooked up the link cable and we had a little networked game in my bedroom and it was great. It was really, really cool. It was a pain in the ass because you're hauling a TV around, but it was really good. It was fun.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Yeah.
Greg.
Yeah.
Phil's up by 2 points. I think
just like last round.
This is a must. This is a must.
Is this our final round?
No, this is the start of our final round. Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's a tiebreaker worth 40 points in a second.
But only if I'm losing.
Yeah. Then it'll be worth a half a point.
All right, Greg. This one is for the PlayStation. Blank has received mixed reviews, and I can't understand why. This shooter is filled with not only cinemas from the heavens, but 6 engines. How about top view, side view, under view, 3D line scrolling view, front view, and rear view? All for you. In addition, the music is excellent and the rendered graphics are gorgeous. Maybe it's not for everybody, but Blank is for me.
What?
What? It's got 6 engines.
You know what? I'm going to say Philosoma.
It is Philosoma. It absolutely is Philosoma.
It is Philosoma. Wow.
Yeah.
I never played it.
I was
but now I have
neither.
to. 6 engines.
I've played it. It was actually pretty cool back in the day.
I remember people liking it.
Yeah.
Philosoma. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole gimmick. Like, one stage would be side scrolling, then it would I forget if it would just switch or if it would pan to a behind the ship kind of, flying into the screen and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a cool gimmick.
So. Yeah, try that sometime.
Well, the other reviews mainly talk about how it's super short and how they waited for the game to come out for 2 years and it's that short. Like, that's the mixed reviews. I like how eStorm's like, I can't understand why. They literally said in the review text in the other two that it's too short. That's why. Plus, you're the editor-in-chief. You probably could have changed their scores.
If you're going to have Phil in there somewhere.
And you probably did anyway.
It's going to be a little short.
Exactly. All right, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
You are up by 1 point.
I am.
This could make or break.
I think you should
throw
this one just to build up the drama.
Just throw a suspense. Yeah. We got the season finale coming up. We gotta keep people interested.
Gotta make it look close, right?
I'm gonna guess this one is Greg Osama.
No. That's very good. All right, this one is for PlayStation 1.
Another
There's a lot
PS1
of
game.
PlayStation
Okay.
1 games coming out at this time.
Okay.
Blank made the wrong decision in bringing Blank's Shooter O'Pain to America. In one fell swoop, Blank manages to A, approach the ear's pain tolerance with the most putrid music ever heard on the PlayStation.
Ooh.
B, anger the gamer with, quote, damn, this is hard, gameplay balance and limited continues. And C, induce laughter with cheesy explosions, grossly overdone FMV, and sloppy play control. The polygon graphics are decent, and the pop-up has been kept to a minimum. But even that is not enough to save this sinking ship. I'll pass.
Huh. They say it's a shooter.
Yes,
right?
Shooter O'Pain.
It's a Shooter O'Pain. And someone brought it to America.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a. It's
Blank
not a,
made the wrong decision in bringing Blank's Shooter O'Pain to America.
But we don't know what kind of shooter. It could be like a spaceship shooter, or it could be like a first-person-y kind of thing. Ugh. I'm trying to think that era of PS1. Starblade Alpha. No.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm going to guess this, although I have no idea if it's an American game or not. I'm going to say Raiden.
Oh.
Damn.
That was a good guess, though.
Incorrect. That was a good guess. Sorry, the answer is Jupiter Strike.
I
The
don't think I
Taito
even
shooter.
remember Jupiter Strike.
Oh, yeah.
That Acclaim brought over.
Is that like part of the Rayforce series or something?
I don't know, but there's a run where Acclaim brought a whole bunch of shooters over.
Yeah,
I do remember
they
that.
brought the Darius game over on the Saturn at the same time.
Jupiter Strike.
Early
I'm looking
on.
this up real quick.
I forget what it was called. 3D rail shooter for the PlayStation developed by Taito.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was a
never played
rail
this one.
shooter.
Yeah.
I guess
Never played
I guess it was not part of the Rayforce series.
Hmm.
Didn't they
I
bring out
vaguely
some
remember that title or the cover.
It didn't Acclaim bring out one of the like Rayforce series games under a different name?
They did. Yeah. Galactic something. Galactic Attack.
I thought that was a
Galactic
Darius game. No, you're right. It is a Rayforce game.
Okay.
Galactic
okay.
Attack.
Yeah, no, I completely forgot about Jupiter Strike.
It had Tate mode as well. It's
Oh,
one of
did
the
it
first times
really?
I remember that being a thing.
Huh.
Tate mode. Yeah.
Is Jupiter Strike actually a bad game?
No
I
idea.
wonder.
Never played
I
it.
have no idea.
I mean,
It's
I
apparently very hard.
liked rail shooters back in the day,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
remember,
Starblade Alpha is a rail shooter.
The first game that offered the Tate mode, I had a 12-inch CRT television in my room. I may have told this story before.
I don't know if you did.
But so I turned it on its side,
Uh-oh.
and the picture went purple.
Yeah.
Because like the
shit.
speakers shift or something, right? Or is that what was happening?
No, I don't think so. I think the tube just was not meant to
Oh,
be
okay.
placed on its side while running. And then when I turned it back,
Oh no.
it was just a purple corner in the car.
Oh,
Just purple.
no.
I was like, oh shit. I just
Broke your
ruined my
TV.
television. So I have never turned a TV on its side for Tate mode.
Oh man. What you
I keep
needed
telling
was a
myself I'm
giant.
yeah.
Hmm?
I keep telling myself I'm going to set up like this monitor because the way these monitors are mounted, it's just easy to twist them.
Oh
Right.
yeah, nowadays you can do that.
But
easy.
yeah,
I was just
All
going
right.
to say CJ needs a giant TV-sized flip grip to
I do.
to turn it safely.
I don't even use the flip grip for fear that it's going to turn my switch purple. All right, tiebreaker time. Greg, this is worth 40 points.
Aren't I in the
we're not
lead?
tied, but yeah.
So,
But okay, I'll
so
take
we're
it.
breaking the tie between
The
you two
non-existent
titans.
tie. Yeah. Yeah.
Greg, you get first crack at this one since you are down
A loser
in points. But this one's worth 40, so hey, you never know. This one's for PlayStation 1. When I heard Blank was coming for the other 32 bitters, I hoped they would be new versions that would take advantage of their format's advanced capabilities. Clearly, the PlayStation Blank fixes all of the 3DO version's framiness and speed problems, but it's still just the same game, a good action platform title. I'd really rather have Blank, but Blank is a quality platformer nevertheless.
I'm gonna guess Gex.
It's got to be right.
Yep. It is Gex.
All right, 42 points. Nice.
All
Good
right,
job, Greg. Congratulations on your
squeaking it out at the
well-earned victory.
It is Gex.
What game would they rather have? Please tell me it's Wonder Dog.
Rayman.
Rayman. Okay.
Of course, Rayman came to everything anyway.
Rayman, though, the original Rayman gets really hard.
I never liked the original Rayman.
I thought it looked pretty, but didn't like the gameplay.
Well, hey, guess what? It was, it had that kind of European platformer feel to it that I
did. But apparently, I think I read or heard recently, like the different versions of Rayman that came out around that time were different. Like they weren't necessarily the exact same game, like on every system. They had differences. So I don't know how true that is, but I think it was
Rayman
Mike
2 was great.
Tweeted something. Yeah,
Rayman 2 was good. I did not like Rayman 3.
I remember playing Rayman 3.
I played both of those and enjoyed both of those.
Yeah, I didn't. Something about Rayman 3 I did not like.
Yeah.
But then you got like Origins and Legends, which Legends is fantastic.
Yeah,
I really like Rayman Legends.
Yeah,
but never got into the first one. It's
kind of a shame that Michel Ancel is just kind of
not doing anything.
Disappeared.
It's no Wiz and Liz, I'll tell you that.
Bubba and Squeak.
Mohawk and headphone jack.
Mohawk and headphone jack.
It's no Wild Woody, let me tell you.
Now, did GameFan review Mohawk and headphone jack? I'm sure they had to have.
I don't know.
I gotta look. I gotta look for that.
They didn't review everything.
I know, but I would think they would want to review that one just to stick it to Steve Harris.
Yeah, really. Yeah, what was I mean, I know that did he own the company that made it or something?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Steve Harris owned the development house.
EGM was on the second floor of this office building in Lombard, and the company that made Mohawk and Headphone Jack was on the ground floor.
Yes. Yeah.
And they made Mohawk and Headphone Jack, and the Quarterman said something about it, about how good it was or something. And then EGM reviewed it.
I heard a rumor that this new game made by the owner of this magazine is going to be amazing.
I wasn't working there at the time, I don't think, but I had heard that people who worked on EGM like play tested the thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
When they weren't doing tips for SSI games?
Well, that was earlier days.
Was that FCI?
FCI,
it was FCI, yeah.
That was earlier days in EGM. Yeah. When EGM first started, there like for at least the first year or two, they did hint lines for third-party NES game companies in their office. Some of the editors or some of the people who would become later editors of EGM did stuff. I think a couple of people, definitely Andy Barron was on the FCI.
Andy was definitely on it. Yeah.
Hint line. Jeez. Which is crazy to think about. I miss that guy. I mean, he was
a weird dude, but
he was a weird dude.
He was
every now and again.
He was an interesting character.
I have.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I have the feature in iPhoto, or like the iOS Photos feature that'll like bring up a photo from the past. Yeah. One day it was the picture that I took of Andy when he worked at Babbage's, just like
like him proudly standing there, yeah,
at his hips, and it's like I miss that guy. I mean, he was kind of a jerk, but still.
I mean, yeah.
I still and I have a few very strong memories of him because he was the first guy I ever met at Expert Gamer when I got my job there.
Right.
But my most lasting memory of him is still when we got our fresh issues one day and we decided to go to whatever the open air mall. It was in Oak Brook.
Oh, yeah.
I forget what store it was, what GameStop. I think it was GameStop, but
GameStop.
and he brought the issue with him, and he walked in and leaned up casually against the counter and started leafing through it, waiting for somebody to ask him what it was, because it was before that issue was on stands of Expert Gamer. Like anyone was clamoring for the new issue of Expert Gamer.
Oh man,
it was just like it was so
that's right.
To watch.
Yeah, I remember
waiting for someone to ask him about it.
We've done a whole episode on Andy Barron, so I don't go over things too much. But I don't know if I mentioned this in that episode, but got to go with him on his first trip to Japan, and this is a guy who loves video games, but also just like loved everything Japan.
Yeah,
and to go with him on his very first trip to Japan and to take him around Akihabara, it was just amazing. It was just like watching a kid in a toy store. Like it was just absolutely excellent.
Man,
fun stuff. And there was one day we were walking around the floor of Tokyo Game Show, and it had been a long day or whatever, and we got Pepsis out of the vending machine. He opens it up and drinks it, and is like, "This is the best Pepsi I've ever had." I'll always remember that. I'll always remember.
You can really taste Japan. The flavor of Japan in this Pepsi.
I mean, they did use sugar and not corn syrup at the time. I'm pretty sure, but
come on.
It was still.
He was excited because he was drinking it out of like a little Japanese can or something.
Exactly. No, but I miss that guy. We did an episode. It's somewhere in the hundreds, just talking about Andy Barron stories.
Yeah, who's sadly passed now. Because I don't think we've said that, but
right. He passed away of pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, years ago now.
Years ago. Yep. Oh, which, by the way, I've had dreams, and Andy Barron will pop in. He's not dead.
That's a little weird. That's a little weird.
That he faked his own death so he could go to Japan as a developer, and he's really Fumito Ueda or something. I don't know.
Jesus Christ, CJ.
What is this narrative you've built up?
A very weird dream thing.
Goodness gracious.
It's very strange. But anyway.
They call me Suda 51.
Oh my God.
Call me Suda 51 now. I would believe it.
Oh man.
But anyway, thank you, patrons.
We call
for
that
your
the
support
long con
of the show. We wouldn't be able to do these after shows without you. And these are fun. These are fun for us, and we hope that you have fun listening to them.
Yes.
If you have an idea for a game that we can play during the after show, you can email that to playeronepodcast@gmail.com. And I hope everybody is staying safe. Hope your loved ones, your friends, your family are all safe. Please continue to wear masks. This is not a thing that's over yet. Even with vaccines around and whatnot. Please stay safe, and we will talk at you again next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.